Jeff Punches, and his school resource officer, Patrick Rose. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bart, for having us.
Yeah, nice to see you. Jeff, how's your first year as superintendent going?
Yeah, everything's going really good. Fall was, just a great welcoming to the school year. We, homecoming, and we, opened both buildings up. We had some new staff, and just really good place right now.
Awesome. And Patrick, you are the school resource officer from Blackman Leoni Public Safety.
Right.
How did you get this gig?
Well, we had to put in for it, and I was the one that won the position.
Awesome. We were talking before the show. Your parents have both served in law enforcement, both your mom and dad.
Yep.
And I think there's even more. There's more Roses in law enforcement.
So if there is, they're not related to me, but
Okay.
my brother is looking to apply. He wants to go to the state police. So
Awesome. Is this your first year as a school resource officer?
the first year as a school resource officer, yes.
How's it going?
It's going great. I'm loving it.
So
Kids
both
are
of you, you're both rookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worked out really well. Just having somebody that we can rely on in the school, with just some of the changing of the guard and the administration, that we know we have somebody that can go work with kids and help with a situation in the building is just, puts you at peace of mind.
So you've got two buildings.
Yep.
The middle high school and the elementary.
Correct.
So what do you do? Do you go back and forth?
Yeah. I try to spend my time at the high school mostly, but I do go out there occasionally, or if they call, out to the elementary school.
What is the purpose and the role of a school resource officer?
Well, obviously I'm there for any big scenarios or things that might happen, but mostly I am there for bridging the gap between the kids and police officers. We get to see a lot of the officers can see people at their worst, so they might not have the opportunity to bridge that gap when the kids or families are at their worst. So with me there a lot of the time, they get to come talk to me, or if they have problems or issues, they can come talk to me, and we can help bridge that gap.
Nice. Now, this has got to be great as a superintendent for your families to know that they've got a police officer on the premises every day.
Yeah, and I've said it before, I don't think you can put a dollar amount on having just that peace of mind that we have. We talk about safety, but we really are, making sure that our staff and our students are protected. And I can't say enough about just how great it's been to work with Blackman Leoni. And they've, always been there. I mean, they came out and did a heck of a job with our parade for homecoming. They hardly ever say no. It's, how can we help the community? Because they know, it's helping the kids and the families. So I can't say enough about, Steve and Scott at Blackman Leoni and just supporting our schools.
Patrick, did you have a float in the homecoming parade?
I did not. I was leading the parade with my patrol car.
Nice. Do you do any teaching? You mentioned again before the show about how you're able to, talk about what you do as in terms of your job and perhaps career advice to students.
I don't think that I could probably fill the shoes of a teacher. I don't think that you probably want me to do that, but I would definitely go in and talk to the kids in schools, in different classes if they want me to come in and speak on some law.
Yeah, the teachers union, they wouldn't want you to teach.
No.
But we've had past resource officers come in and talk about some of the search and seizures, do's and don'ts, and just general just good advice for kids that are beginning to drive. Hey, you might get pulled over, and what's a good policy and process to comply with the requests of an officer. And that's just something I think is a great resource to have available to our kids.
Well, let's take a look at some photos. We've already seen you wearing the East Jackson ball cap, and here you are supporting the girls golf state finalists.
Yep, they qualified for the state final, so we did a little send off to them at the end of the day, and we had a couple people, including Officer Rose, out there holding the banner for them. So we kind of have almost a brand new team in some aspects at the elementary, and we do Trojan Treat Night. So we thought it would be great to kind of dress up as the Scooby Gang and hand out candy and welcome our students and our families. This was the Wednesday night before Halloween, but
Very good Velma, by the way.
oh, fantastic! We did really good, and of course I'm back in. I had like probably the easiest costume of the group, being Fred, where everybody else had a lot more going on than I did. So this was homecoming queen and king Mariah Curley and Julius Farrell, both seniors, won homecoming. There's a couple other students in the parade that were on court.
You should have a beautiful night for homecoming.
Oh, we couldn't. You know, usually you get nervous when you have a late October, and it was great. This is some 8th grade students dressed up for one of the dress-up days.
I'm guessing the theme,
I don't remember.
patriotism, red, white, and blue, Americana.
I think it
Something
was-
like that. I don't
yeah.
remember the exact. So something I did this day to try to bridge the gap between the buildings is we brought up the 4th through 6th graders to our pep assembly, just so they could kind of see, hey, this is what we got going on, and we were able to bring them out and have them participate in some of the games. So just, you know, anything we can do to try to push that, you know, Trojan spirit across the buildings, I think is just, you know, great for the kids and the staff.
They still remember you from being their principal?
So I didn't have any of those kids. Mine are all 8th grade or older at this point,
Okay.
from when I was, you know, in the building
that's
as a
right,
principal. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Patrick, where did you go to high school?
I went to Jackson High.
So is there any, you know, problem? Because there's really not any kind of rivalry between Jackson and East Jackson,
No,
is there?
no.
No, I have no problem being the school resource officer at East Jackson. I enjoy it.
Let's look at some other fall sports activities now. I think we're all done at East Jackson, right?
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, we're getting ready for winter sports. So volleyball, they wrapped up their season last week at Dansville in the districts.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But yeah, just a very senior-dominated group. You know, and football ended the season at, you know, crossover game with Vandercook Lake, and that's a very young team that we had this year.
Yeah, you graduated. You know, when you look at all of your sports, you graduated a lot of student athletes
Yeah.
across all your sports last year.
Yeah, we had a huge senior group, and kind of seemed like this year was more senior-dominated in the female sports. But the male sports in the fall definitely were young groups, because we had a heck of a cross-country team that was senior-dominated last year that qualified for the state finals in cross-country. And so, you know, it's just kind of a ebbed and flow and cycles, and, you know, the different grades and who wants to participate in those extracurriculars.
Cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, very serious job for a school resource officer when you look at, you know, all the threats and all, you know, whatever could go wrong, it's possible. But for you, what do you get out of it? What do you like about being a school resource officer at EJ?
Well, I enjoy speaking with the kids and getting to know them and watching them grow. Obviously, I've only been there for a couple months now, but I mean, the steps and strides that these kids have made, from changing what they've done, turning a new leaf, and just seeing them become actual like adults. And so I enjoy that.
Cool. Do you have a squad car with you?
I do, yes.
So lights and siren, have they asked for that yet?
Yes, and everyone wants me to arrest them. We don't do that though. I tell them I can't do that. So.
Well, here come the holidays, and one of the things you've got coming up, Jeff, is a community caring dinner. Tell us about that.
Yep. So this is something that we had done prior to COVID, where, you know, we kind of frowned upon getting big groups of people together. So this is something that we decided to get back going this year, and it's just really a way for the school to give back to the community that, you know, just traditionally supports our kids, our staff, and it, you know, is going to be catered by Olive Garden. And you know, it's a great opportunity to get everybody together. and just, you know, show off some of the bond projects, the cafeteria at the secondary school, and some other things that, you know, they've supported in previous millages, and just give back to everybody. So it's usually a pretty good time, and we had a couple of years where we took it off, and now this is the 9th annual. Yeah.
How's enrollment this year at East Jackson?
Yeah, so we're up 20, I think 21 point whatever kids. It all gets the FTEs and the pupil accounting is really it's like a accounting class in itself. It's almost like taking calculus, but yeah, we're up, and I think a lot of it was just, you know, really getting out and telling our story. Like I told you back when I was on here before, we've got a lot of great stuff going on, and our facilities are immaculate, and, you know, just getting that information out to people, I think was key in getting our enrollment up. And even since then, you know, post count day, we're probably had even, you know, probably 12 to 14 families move in after that. So, you know, there's nothing that we could capture on the October count, but to me, if, you know, we can get, you know, good kids in our system and they want to be a part of the Trojan family, you know, our arms are open, you know, and we're accepting, because that's kind of our goal, you know, going forward. And
being on the eastern edge of Jackson County, that's where the population growth is right now.
Yeah, it's crazy over, you know, you get kind of on in our district and then over into Grass Lake. I don't know if everybody just likes that easy access to 94 to go east, or, you know, what it is, but that area is definitely booming right now.
Yeah, I think the high housing prices in Ann Arbor and Chelsea are.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's a big difference once you come over that county line.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in today.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the great things you guys are doing, and thanks for being part of our show today.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Thanks, Mark.
Superintendent at East Jackson Schools, Jeff Punches, and School Resource Officer from Blackman Leoni Public Safety, Patrick Rose.